Hi, everyone. It's Troy Sage here. And today, on this episode of Real Estate Talk, it is March 30th, 2020. I want to discuss forbearance, short sale, and foreclosures. All three are different and all three have their purpose. So let's dive right into this. Forbearance. Forbearance is simply where you contact your mortgage company or home loan company and you ask them if you can have permission to not make your mortgage payment for a period of time. This doesn't mean that the mortgage payment goes away. You're asking that for the next 30, 60, or 90 days that you can not make your payment so you can catch up financially to be able to afford the payment in a month, 2 months, 3 months. So the key is this: that payment does not go away. So here's an example. If you pay $2,000 a month for your mortgage payment and you don't have to pay for 3 months, that's 3 months, $6,000 that you're going to owe in 90 days. So we get through the next 90 days, you owe the $3,000 to your mortgage company plus the next month's payment. So technically, you're going to have roughly $8,000 to fulfill this agreement with your bank, this forbearance. So forbearance is not forgiveness of debt. It is not where you don't have to make your mortgage payment. It is simply set up to allow you to not pay for a certain period of time, and at the end of that time period, you are going to have to pay a balloon payment or one lump sum. Again, you need a substantiating story of why you can't afford to make your payments. The bank will run your credit. The bank will ask for updated financials. They're going to ask for all kinds of information from you. This is not a fast process. It is not one quick phone call. So that's forbearance. Please don't be misled by the news or by Facebook or wherever you're getting your news from. When you read your note, when you signed on the dotted line to get the money to buy your property, there is language in there that explains you owe the payment and you owe it every single month. So asking for forbearance is asking almost like a favor. Okay, let's move on to topic number 2, which is short sales. I have done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of short sales, and the big misconception is we sell a home as a short sale because the homeowner doesn't have to pay the mortgage or doesn't have to pay the balance. Incorrect. This is how short sales work. If your mortgage balance is, say, $300,000 and the current value on your home is only $250,000, you now have what's considered a bad debt. $300,000 owed, $250,000 value. The homeowner then has to substantiate why they have to sell their home, and we have to substantiate what the actual value of the property is. This process takes anywhere from 30, 60, 90, even up to 180 days to get approved by the bank. Because remember, when you borrowed the money, you had the credit and the income in place to be able to afford the loan. So we're asking the bank, in all so many terms, please take $250,000 in this example instead of $300,000 so I can sell this property and move to my next destination. Now, don't be mistaken. You have to substantiate every part of the short sale. There has to be a death to one of the borrowers. There has to be a divorce. You have to have lost your job, or you've had to be transferred 100 miles or more. Now, in today's market, not a lot of short sales because there's equity in almost every single home out there. So not a lot of short sales. Please don't misunderstand the phrase short sale. You can't just list a property and sell it super low and expect the bank to take a loss. It's just not going to happen. Foreclosures, we understand that foreclosures, the federal government has told the banks recently, you cannot foreclose on a homeowner right now. It's tough times, right? Totally understand. But don't be mistaken. If you are in the foreclosure process now, where the bank has sent you notices of default, they sent you a notice of trustee sale or an auction, just because there is a pause, that's all there is in the market right now for the banks. They are pausing the foreclosure process, and once the federal government tells the banks they can continue the foreclosure, they most likely, we saw this back in 2008 through 2013, they will most likely start where they stopped. We're pressing pause. We're not pressing stop and starting all over. Some banks may, but most will not. So if you're 2 weeks away from an auction date, and the federal government have told the banks no foreclosures right now, when they can continue the foreclosure process, you will be roughly 2 weeks away from losing your property again. So if you're in foreclosure, now is a perfect time to reach out to your lender to try to save this foreclosure, which means you're going to have to make some kind of payments to them. And if you're already in foreclosure, it might be a little bit difficult because they're going to want what's owed plus penalties plus interest. So a lot of information I'm throwing at you in a little over 5 minutes. Please, 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 please email me or give me a call. I'll explain this process to you. I've been doing this for a very long time. I've helped a ton of people in short sales, forbearance, and I've been through this whole foreclosure mess a couple of times. I'd love to help you at least answer your questions. If you're watching this on the internet, I ask you to please subscribe to these videos. If you would like to spread the news around, please share this with other people on social media. Please, please, please do not get sucked in to the madness of the news right now. The rules are the rules are the rules. Enough of that. Reach out to me if you need anything. Reach out to me if you just want to talk. I hope everyone is well and safe. Thanks for watching, and as always, make it a great day.